Hello, I'm the Wandering Newbie, and this, some of you might be familiar with, an old gem from back in the 90s, Born Again. It's AM2R, The Return of Samus, which stands for Another Metroid 2 Remake. This came out a week or two ago, and like in a day was taken down by Nintendo. Just crazy fast. Which is a shame because it's actually a fantastic game. Now, normally I do these things live on a stream and all that, so on and so forth. However, this is actually a post-recording. I made a mistake during that stream. Didn't actually record the first video. Everything else after this will be live. But I'm going to be playing through this. So on and so forth. I don't know. There was a thought going there and I lost it completely. There's my save. One night. But we're going to start a new game here. This game is actually great. It auto-detected controller and stuff immediately. But enough dawdling around. Let's get to it. I like that this refers to numerous incidents because Prime is canon in this game. I've always been a fan of the Metroid main theme, the Samus theme. It's a really good song. Look at this, like, pulled right from the SNES Mode 7 crap right there. So, this is a pretty faithful remake. They did change a couple of things to show you can hop in your ship, get a quick recharge. So, things that they changed. You can obviously omnidirectional shoot. Your left triggers, Mario, and how you adjust it, are aiming up and down. And your right trigger, the back one, R2, is a morph ball button, which is great, and I actually play that style. I like that they threw these enemies in here. I don't know if these were in the original, but they're in Fusion, and they're quoted as being SR388. I can't believe I actually fucking remembered the name of the planet. Natives. And normally if you hit like a wall and get messed up with anything, a little tutorial message pops up, which is pretty nice. But I know what I'm doing here. This video might actually be a little short because there's not going to be much exploration on my part. I did just play this recently, so I kind of know where I'm going. The only thing that's a little weird about this game is the jump speed seems to be a little quick. That's about it. Everything else seems to be pretty spot on. Oh, I didn't know these guys shot projectiles. I don't ever think I allowed them to. Of course, you know, button to switch to missiles, all that good stuff. Everything that you're familiar with in your Metroids. We have a little counter next to our map. is how many Metroids we need to kill in the current area. And then there's also this little system. There's a logbook! And whenever you encounter new, like, bosses and what have you, the logbook opens up. And, you know, you have your map, you have your status screen, you have options, whatever. Let's get to the task at hand. So I can't remember if it was like this in the original. I want to say no, because you couldn't omnidirectional shoot. But you do actually have to shoot the soft underbelly of those guys. Just like that, it's dead, and we see the lava recedes, and I'm actually shocked that I didn't know you could do this, especially in like a Game Maker game. I think this is in Game Maker. Yeah, my controller was just vibrating. Which is kind of like impressive? Is that like the proper word to use for that? But yeah, as I said before, Nintendo, being very, very protective of their properties, have already taken down this game. That said, it's not too hard to find it anywhere if you go looking. The game was on the internet for a day. And honestly, if it's on the internet for a day, it's on there forever. Somebody somewhere has it, and people care enough about this to keep distributing it. Sorry, Nintendo. To be fair, it's the best thing done with the Metroid franchise in a long while. Since Prime 3, Metroid has not been in a good place for a very long time. So yeah, this follows the standard Metroid 2 format. You go into areas, you kill Metroids, lava recedes, you progress. Get upgrades, explore maps. It's your Metroid. Whenever you enter a new area, you'll generally get a log scan that tells you how many Metroids you need to destroy. There you go, 4 Metroids. Find them, kill them. For lack of a better word, we're here to genocide a species. What are these things that look like Samus? It's like Samus bugs. But yeah, this game does a lot of really smart things, which we'll see in later videos. I don't want to spoil too much. Overall, what was it? I did a stream last Thursday, and if it wasn't for the fact I had something to do that night, I probably would have kept going till like 1 to beat the game pretty much. I could have probably done. So if I go in that door above me, I would have just learned that I would have to have come down here next. Also, just like little things like the fucking particle effects when you shoot something are really good. Also, you can just cut that off. if you don't feel like listening to the whole long jingle, you can just cut it off. It's like, I played a Metroid. I know what this is. Thank you. I will take my bomb and I will go. Missiles are extremely useful, which is something I really appreciate because for all the love Super Metroid gets, a lot of the upgrades are kind of keys in that one. Like, super missiles stay useful, but regular missiles become extremely useless. Now, players of the original will know that the Metroid chitin? Would you call that chitin? Shell, I guess. Those mark where Metroids you need to kill are. Now, once we have the spider ball, we just need to hit a button and we can climb walls. To be fair, that's actually one of the biggest complaints I have about this game. Metroid 2 really likes the spider ball, like the crazy extents. They could have sped this up a bit. Also, planting a bomb, especially when you're bored, will just knock you off. Don't do it. Just be patient. Be a good boy or girl. And yeah, see, this is the reason why I intensely dislike the spider ball. Because in my head, I go, well, we have this giant room. There's got to be something up there, right? So you trace the whole ceiling. Looking for upgrades. And sure enough, there is actually something up there. So, like, in a way, you're vindicated. But at the same time, you're using up the player's time. This is extremely slow. That's one of my big major complaints about the game. But other than that, like, literally, this slow spider ball movement has been one of the only things I've complained about. It was like, you're doing a remake, you don't have to be 100% faithful to every single thing the original did. You could flub a few things, you know? And see, like, I didn't remember, I did the whole wall. I didn't even need to. Though I do think there's something up here. Yeah. Ah, right. This is that good upgrade room. But yeah, I've always been a big fan of Metroid. I've played them all. Have I? I haven't played Galactic Federation, Federation Troopers. I have not played that. So, mark me off on that one. But every other one I've played, even the DS one, which wasn't fantastic, almost beat that one too. Eventually got to the point where the controls were a bit much for me, and I had to give up. Also, they started recycling content, so that was that's a major pet peeve of mine. Oh, Spider Ball. You can't change out if you're in Spider Ball. Oh, right. This is a really cool puzzle. Alright. I gotta get this timing right. Yeah. They have a couple cool puzzle rooms like that. Which is like, rad. Do more of that. Yeah, I think this was just to show you that the Spider Ball exists. You should go get the Spider Ball. Oh, right. And then I found these like mystery silver doors, which always have these nearby. Somebody in chat did tell me that that is a later upgrade, so I'll come back for that. Yeah, and then the charge beam. As always in these rooms, always check the ground. Check behind the Chozo statue. Come on, Metroid, we know your tricks. Also, it seems like missiles hit multiple times, which is pretty cool. So like now, you know, we have a map. We can see that there's that area right back at the start that we didn't explore. Alright, let's head back. Also, this is good design. Alright, I'm going back. What's that? Like, that's really good. In both this one and the last video, the original, which, by the way, if you do want to watch my initial reactions to everything, I did make a highlight, but I wasn't happy with how the highlight force cut itself and everything, and also, it just didn't sit well, so I was like, I'll just record it. I could play through the intro of this game again. This solid-ass game. And then here we have... Oh, more Metroid, huh? I should not actually be using those. But yeah, this is pretty cool. So they're Metroid breeding grounds that are covered with corrosive tendrils produced by Metroids to ensnare prey. I'm a lore boy. I really enjoy lore, and I really enjoy the Metroid lore. When it's not stupid, I should emphasize. But like Metroid, I feel more than a lot of other games kind of get the weird alien. No. Oh boy. Look, talking and playing games isn't easy. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Anywho, what was I saying? Outside of the few scenarios in which it's really dumb, Metroid War is usually extremely interesting and well made. Like, it's just super cool. Ooh, that one went surprisingly better. Oh, and I didn't even say that. I just did it without mentioning it. Yeah, they brought back the Metroid Prime thing of using your charge beam pulls in items, which is smart. It's a really good change that Metroid Prime made. So, it's not entirely obvious. You can kind of see it happening, but the Metroids are starting to learn. Maybe they have like a hive mind or something, I don't know. I can't remember that much. But like, if you notice, the first one we fought just kind of hovered around and we shot missiles into it. They started getting a bit beefier, and also sometimes when we would shoot missiles at it, it would dash out of the way, which is super cool, actually. Now let's just save, because we don't want to go through all that again. And we're almost back already to where I was at the end of the first half hour of streaming. So that's a little bit past here. Wait. It's great. This game made new bosses. It's fantastic. So this is a robot designed to detect foreign creatures who steal equipment. And apparently, Samus falls under that. So it's only damageable when it's yellow. It'll change its eye color and shoot projectiles based on that. The blue obviously being the easiest to avoid. Yeah, but then the arena starts getting smaller. And now the green isn't so easy. Purple is actually the worst. I think you just need a morph ball for that one. Oh, right, let's get under it. Oh. I wonder if you can get up there. Maybe with a bomb jump. Oh, holy shit. Ah, fricked it. Alright, so I know that the space jump exists in the game. I'm gonna have to come back to that. And this right here about is where I cut the first video. A little shorter than the half hour I would have wanted, but again, I knew where I was going. Anywho, I'll see you next time.